Well, today's the day. Yeah, today's the day I'm going to move this. I don't know what it's called. Spring tooth plow, I guess you could say. Spring tooth harrow. I don't know. It's more like a plow. It's like a chisel plow. Spring tooth chisel plow, I guess you could call it. I don't know the real name for it. I could look it up, but anyway, I had this for years here. I brought it from the farm because my brothers after after my dad went into the nursing care home or after he died, I'm not sure. But they were selling off all the old equipment. They were selling almost everything that was sellable anyway. And I wanted to keep this one just for memory. Yeah. But my brother says he wants to use it. I said as long as you just use it and don't sell it, because it belongs to the farm. I would just keep it in here for safekeeping. I got a couple other equipment too. I think I got a gravity flow, and I got a wagon, and I got a 9-foot New Holland Ticklemore. Yeah, but I'll bring them back too. Since the farm's in a trust now, I don't think they can sell it without permission of everybody, or permission of somebody anyway. I don't know how that works. Anyway, he says he wants to use it, so I'm going to bring it back to the farm. Yeah, there's an I took the attachment out. There was a harrow thing in the back. I detached because I didn't need it. All I used it for was the chisel plow part. And anyway, it's been a year since I used it. So anyway, I'm going to take it back today. But first, I got to pull it out of the tires out of the hole. And I didn't bring the right pin. I didn't bring any pin actually for the hitch. So I got an old lag bolt for a pipe gate, a hinge bolt. I'm gonna try to get at least use it enough to get it back to the house, and then I can switch it out for a better pin. Okay, let's see if I can pull it out of this hole of tires, and then if they need to, I found something that I bought a long time ago to pump up tires from the truck. What do you call it? The cigarette lighter. Yeah, which I never use. I think it's a cigarette lighter. Maybe it's not a cigarette lighter. I think it's a thing for what I'm going to use. Anyway, I want to get it out of this hole first. Let's do that. Oh, by the way, today is Monday, August 19, 2024, and it's getting close to noon. So let me see if I can pull that forward a little bit. And hopefully that little thing I'm using there for the hitch will hold. Just get a view from this side. Yeah, there's a spool of old wire. I need to do something with that one of these days. That ain't hurt nothing there. Okay, let me pull it forward, see what I can do with it. Yeah, this is the best angle I can get from this side. This car's in the way. Okay, I'm gonna pull it forward now. Wow, I'm amazed. The tire is not flat. It's still got air in it. So I may not have to use that thing I got for pumping up tires from the truck. Using the truck electricity for it. And my pin held this far. I should be able to, hopefully that'll fit through the gates. I think so. I don't know how wide this is, but it can't be 16 foot. So. Anyway, I'm going to check the other side now. Well, this tire's got air in it, but it's a little lower than the other one, so I'm gonna try to use that thing and see if I can pump some air into it. I don't have a tire gauge with me, I don't think. But, I'll just use a hammer to figure out how hard the tire is. Okay, let me put some air in it. Well, the teeth are all up off the ground, so that's good. Yeah, I already had it raised up when I parked it here years and years ago. I don't even know when I parked it. It's been a while. Oh, could be, I don't know, 20 years or so. Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, I think it was around 20 years ago. Yeah. But the last time I baled hay was, well, square bales was 2013 or 15. So yeah. And I used this just before that, so I don't remember when. Yeah. It's been a long time. Could be like 20 years. So anyway, I'm taking it back to the farm. That's all I need to know today. Hopefully it'll stay there. We'll see. That's what I'm going to use. That plugs into the inside the truck. Yeah. And then that hooks to the tire. And it's one of those things. I haven't used it before. I bought it a long time ago. I never did have any reason to use it. I got my air compressor at home, and that's what I used to pump up tires. So this is the first time I ever had a chance to use this out here, away from the house. Okay, let's plug it in and see if it works. I guess there's enough air in them. I'm going to pull it to the house. Use my air compressor. Because that thing I have to pump the tires up with the truck, I should have pumped them up before I hooked it up, because the cord won't reach from there all the way back here. It might reach around to the tires on the truck, but not all the way back to here. So I should have done it before I pulled it out of that hole over there. That's where the thing was parked, right there. But luckily there's enough air in the tires to get me to the house, and then I'll use the air compressor. Guess I'll test that other tire pumper upper some other time. Alright, let's head to the house. Tire's a little low on the passenger side, or right side, but I think it'll still hold. Yep. Yeah, this tire's okay too. Tire looks good too. I noticed that third one over, 1, 2, 3, the third one there was sticking way up, and the bolt was sticking out up on top. So I had to use my foot to hammer it back down. So it's in a bind there. So maybe I'll oil it up, free all them up, make sure they're all working good. They got the spring pulling them up and down. That's how they're supposed to work. The spring keeps them down. Okay, hopefully they can dig better. Okay, let's head to the house. Let's take it slow, because that pin ain't very strong, so no sudden movements. I don't want it to bend before I get home. Well, I made it through the first gate, and I'm thinking this is like a 10-footer. Yeah, that's my guess. I'll measure it when I get home. I've got 2 more gates to get through, and then back to the house. There's the oiler I worked on yesterday. Still in one piece, so in case they're using it. I'll check their flies in about a week, or next time I come out here anyway. Might be sooner than that. Okay, let's keep on moving toward the road with this thing I got in the back. Yeah, I got room to spare on this side. Yeah, plenty of room. Room to spare on that side too. Alright, let's keep moving. Now for the trickiest gate, because I got to make a turn here, a sharp turn. So let me see if I can get it straightened out and get through there. Well, there you go. I got plenty of room to spare here too. All these gates are 16 foot, so that's plenty of room. And on this side also. Well, I made it through, and hard to tell, but it's easier to see that the tires are just a little low when it's on concrete. Yeah, it is a little low. Yeah, you can see them bulge out there at the bottom. Even more on this one. Yeah, this tire's even more bulged, but yeah, I'll pump it up when I get back to the house. Yeah, you can see it was bulged on the bottom, but it's good enough to get me to home. This is why I use 16-foot gates, to make sure that if I did bring any equipment down here, it was fit because with my small tractor, I can't haul too big of equipment here. So pretty sure the big roller I got back on the hayfield that I used in the past, I could barely use it with my tractor, and it's a 16 footer. That's why I had to leave it out there because it wouldn't fit here. Okay, let's head back to the house now. Close this gate and keep on going. Yeah, that's why I made my bridge so wide too. Same reason. So I can haul some equipment back here if I need it. Sun's warm again today, but the air's from the north and the wind is real cool. So it's comfortable in the shade, but you're out in the sun, you still get the sun bearing down on you. So sun's warm, but the wind's cool. So still a nice day. I don't think it's going to be much over 80 today, if at all. But the sun's there's more clear skies than clouds. So yeah, but the wind feels so good down in here, especially through here. Cooling me off real nice. I just started to sweat up there on top, and now I'm cooling off. All right, let's get through one more gate and then head back to the house. I'll pump up the tires, and I'm gonna put some WD on these springs, on these bolts that slide up and down. Yeah. I'm not gonna grease it. I'll let my brother do the greasing since he's gonna use it. Just a view from the front. Other view from the front, but from the other side. Oh, there's a nice breeze blowing up through this hole by the bridge. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, it feels good. Oh, yeah. A few clouds too. Okay. There's some deer tracks in there on that sandbar. Yeah. Okay, it's back to work. Get this thing hauled up to the house and work on it a little bit before I take it back. And I gotta get another pin for the hitch. I can't stop at the bridge without getting a view of this side. Yeah, you can tell the wind's blowing through the ripples. Yeah. I'm gonna check another pond out too over there. I thought I saw something, but I think it was just the waves. But I'm gonna take a look at it anyway. I changed my mind. I already got the gate closed, so I'll head home. I think it was just the waves. And the sun shining on the waves, making a sparkle on the other pond. Over that way. The pond against the bottom of that hill. Yeah. Anyway, let's head on down to the house, or up to the house, up to the house. Yeah, up to the house. Now I'm on the pasture road just before I go through the gate. I'll get a shot of this. Yeah, I got plenty of clearance here too. And on this side, all as well. Alright, keep on going. Okay, I'm at the gate, ready to go through. Plenty of clearance. Same on this side, plenty of clearance. Now I gotta get past the gate and close the gate. Yeah, I'm through. Yeah, it should be easy going home now. No more gates anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I should have hauled this back home a long time ago, but like I said, I didn't want nobody to sell it. They're selling all too much of Dad's equipment. Even though we're not using it no more, you never know when you might need to use it or want to use it again in the future. Old equipment still works. It just, everybody's got this big stuff now, big tractors and big everything. Yeah, I'm through. Close the gate. But every time I look at that chisel plow, I remember the past. Because I used that. Dad had farmed the northeast 40 acres, or well, it's more like 30 acres because of the woods in my aunt's house. But yeah, around 30 acres. He always farmed it east to west in different sections, but it's hard to get into them once they're planted if they're not all the same thing. So we had a road running, pasture, a field road running from the road to the woods, through the woods on the north side of that 30 acres. or no, south side of that 30 acres. So I decided, why not change the direction of the fields to north and south, which makes it easier. That way, all the fields can be accessed from the field road going through. And so that's what I did. I plowed it like this twice to get all the land going in that direction, north and south. And after I plowed it twice, one day I came back I was getting ready to get the disc out and harrow it, or use the next equipment on it. And I saw my neighbor out there using his big tractor, his big machine out there, working the ground down, like I was going to do with the small equipment that Dad had. And I had to go to my dad and ask, well, what's the neighbor doing out there? And he says, oh, I rented it out. And after I did all that work, chisel plowing it, he just goes and rents it. Somehow I don't think it was his idea, because that's the time when he started to have Alzheimer's, and I think my oldest brother's the one who rented it out and just told my dad that's the best thing to do. So that's when I had to start paying rent for the 20 acres I was using for hay, because that's all I already had that in hay, so I had to rent that. But that's the way it goes. Yeah. Family is just business. Yeah. Anyway, I think it's fair. Yeah, I should have been paying rent anyway. Although, even though I was doing most of the work for my dad for his crops, yeah, I should have been paying some kind of rent. All right. Well, let me haul this to the house and order it up, or do whatever I got to do to it to take it back to the farm and let my brother use it, because that's what he asked for. He asked to use it. This is probably the last time this equipment will be down here. It'll stay at the farm. I hope it'll stay at the farm. Okay. I'll have to tell my sisters not to let my brother sell it, because it belongs to the farm. I guess you could say it belongs to them too. So if they all want to sell it, I guess that'll be what happens then. But as far as I'm concerned, all of Dad's equipment should stay on the farm as a remembrance of him, and my grandpa's too, grandpa and great grandpa too, if they have any of that old equipment from them. Well, the last look on my pasture with this plow. I don't know if I ever used it on this pasture or not. Yeah, I can't remember. I don't think I ever did. Yeah, I may have. I probably did. I just don't remember it. It's too long ago. I just want to get one last look at this. I call it a chisel plow, spring tooth chisel plow. Yeah, I think they got other chisel plows that are more fixed, and they'll just dig in, and they dig in deeper than this. This is more of a spring tooth. Some people could call it a spring tooth harrow, because it used to have a attachment on the back, and that's my brother wants to put that back on, and because it's still there at the farm somewhere. But I didn't really like it because it would collect too much trash, and besides, I'd always chisel plow it, use this, and then use the disc on it. And I could still use this with my tractor, my John Deere 2020, but I couldn't use the big. I think they sold that already. The big chisel plow that they had needed a bigger tractor. I don't think they got it more. I'll have to look for it, but I don't remember seeing it anywhere lately. So I'm sure they sold that a long time ago. Anyway, I also wanted to stop and check my hitch. I wanted to make sure that hitch pin wasn't bent, because it's not designed for that. Just a rusty old gate hinge. It's got like a lag screw on it for wood, and it didn't bend yet, so I think I'm all good on the road. Yeah, I'll go slow. All right, I'll change that pin out before I take it back to the farm, because that's a 2-mile drive down there. Just another look. Just another angle and look for my memory book. Memory record, I mean. Alright, no book involved. Alright, let's head on to the house now. I'm on the road again. Well, I made it home. Alright, everything's good. Now I'll gotta drive around and reposition it. Yeah, I made it home. I just pulled in. Now I gotta drive around and come out of there and then park it in the shade, and then I can work on it. Okay, let's move it around. Yeah, I made it. Now I gotta drive around the back of the house, come out through there, and then park it in the shade so I can pump up the tires and add a little oil to loosen everything up a little bit. I'll let my brother grease. I think the only grease fittings are near the tires for raising it up and down, I think. Yeah, I could do it up here, but I want to work in the shade. Yeah. That's a hydraulic ram that came with it. And I should have taken it off because it's loose. The hoses are probably rotten, and the ends here are all rusted up. I guess they could be fixed. I'm not sure. Yeah, but it's okay. I'm sure my brother's got another ram he can use. And if he wants to use it, he'll just have to do some maintenance on it. Yeah, here's a grease fitting here. And I think that might be the only one. That one on there, 3. I think there's 3 grease fittings here. Yeah, 3 grease fittings. That's for raising the equipment up with the ram. Yeah, 3. I'll make it 4. There's 2 here, 1 here and on that side. 1 on each side here and 1 on each end. So that's 4 grease fittings, and I'll let my brother take care of that, since he's going to be the one using it. All right, let's move it. I just want to get a side view. All right. I also wanted to check something else out too. Here I can fit through here. Yeah, I'll have to walk that off, see if it'll fit. That's going to be a tight fit. So I think what I'll do is that I'm going to just back it in here. Yeah, I'll just back it in there. I think that'd be better. Because once I get on the other side, I don't want to have to move a T-post to get out. Well, got it in the shade anyway. Not exactly as straight as I wanted it, but I got it. Okay, now I got to change the pin out and pump the tires up and give a little oil. Let's switch that out first. That'll be better hauling it 2 miles than what I had in there. Okay, let's go. Uh-oh, I found a problem with this tire. Oh, that's not going to work very good. Brother might have to get a new tire for it, or get this. That's a sidewall split open, and if I put air to it, it's going to inner tube's going to pop out. But I'll put some in there. I'll put some air in there just to get it over there. I'll let him worry about it. Well, it still must be holding some air because it's not flat yet. But I guess that was in the dirt too long. It's awful thin. It's an awful thin sidewall, though. My gosh, look how thin that is. Unless that's just the outer layer. That is pretty thin. I got 30 pounds in that tire. I guess it was just the outer rubber, like here. Yeah, this is cracked too. So it's just the outside edge of the rubber. The main part of the tire, I guess, is still intact because the inner tube didn't blow out. Okay, so that's good. I'll still go slow. Going back to the farm. Oiled up the lug nut a little bit, Yeah, just in case he has to take the tire off, which he probably should get a better tire for it. Because the rubber's kind of cracked up and weak. And I also went ahead and greased the 4 grease fittings on top there. One here, one on the end, and 2 in the middle. And I oiled up whatever else I could oil up on it for him. Okay, I'm here, ready to head over to the farm now and drop this off. I'll drop it off next to the shed, that way if he wants to work on it, it's close by his tools. Okay, let me head over there now. I just have to keep an eye on them tires. Since the rubber's so old, I don't want them blowing out on the way over there, that's for sure. This tire's in a little better shape. Not as cracked as the other one is. But it's still old. Probably the same age, so we'll see. Okay, I'm going to drive over there now to the farm. I'm on the road on the way to the farm. 2 miles to go. I just pulled out of my driveway and I'm on the way to the farm. 2 miles away. And that's where I'm headed. There, and then I'll take a right to the farm. Well, I'm almost to the intersection up here. I'm about a quarter mile away from the house. Be turning right up here. I'm ready to cross the bridge. Same creek that flows through my big pasture. Well, I made it across the bridge. Now onto the farm. Well, I made it around the corner. Looks like somebody's coming on the other road though. Okay. The main road is the one that turns. That's a private road there. I'm headed that way, but there's a vehicle coming, so I gotta find a place to pull over. Okay, I'm gonna figure this out so we can, so that person, I think there's more than one vehicle too. Yeah, I just pull over here so they can pull into that area here and go around me. Okay, hope they can make it. Yeah, they had plenty of room. Oh, it's hard to drive and record at the same time. I think my neighbor's hauling some bales out, looks like. Well, I can still make it though. They got those wide, they got those narrow bale carriers, not like the one I got, so wide. Yeah, it's as wide as this chisel plow. Yeah, I'll make it. Well, he's got 2 trailers, one on the road and one in the field. Okay, let me get down there. That's either my neighbor or his hired hand. Yeah. He has a dairy farm, so he has people working for him to help him out. He's the same age as I am, so he's way past retirement age. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get around him. He's right there by his culvert, so I should have room. Okay, let's go. Okay, I got past him. Okay, I'm headed to the farm now. There's my hay field. Yeah, well, it was just something to cut, I guess. It was just something to cut. Okay, let's get on back to the farm where I'm going to drop this machine off. I guess I can't call it a machine, it's implement. Dad always called them implements. Us kids always called it his junk. I can't drive it or record. I gotta stop this. Well, I mentioned before that about that what do you call it? A field road goes up through the woods, and that's the 30 acres over that way where that corn is. That's the area that I had. Dad always chisel plowed it east and west, which was, you could hardly get into the fields if something else was planted, so it was divided up. So I started chisel plowing it this way. I did it twice just to get the land to lay right, so it wouldn't be so bumpy. And then not too long after that, before I got a chance to disc it up, my dad rented it out to the neighbor, and he's been renting it ever since. Okay, I'm at the farm. And I'm going to pull it into that driveway on the right, first one. I'm going to put it over there by that green shed. See, I need to put it somewhere where he can work on it easy. I could put it right between those trees there. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, he can come out. He can bring his tractor out, and then he can turn this way between these two trees if he wants to get out. But I'll park it over in here. That way it'll be in the shade if he wants to work on it, which he probably will. Well, that's where I'm going to park it. At least that'll be in the shade if he wants to work on it. And I left enough room to work on this tire if he wants to take that tire off. Because that's the one that with the tear on the sidewall. Okay. Or delamination, is that what they call it? Okay. Yeah, that's a good place to park it. He can move it whenever he wants to. He'll probably put it over there with his other machinery or implements. Yeah. But I'll remind my sisters, they're sort of taking in charge of the trust, farm trust, family trust, whatever you call it. So, oh, that's Mary? That's my sister-in-law. What's she doing? Oh, she's spraying weeds. That's where those purple martin birdhouses are. That's my brother, my older brother used to do that. I guess she takes care of it now. Okay, she lives in that house over there that my brother built. He's passed away, oh, 10 or so years ago. About 10, maybe less than 10. Anyway, all I can do now is unhook it and I'm done. And I left my brother room in case he needs to go in there and get some bales or get his trailer, which is way back there. So if they need to access anything in there, I'm not in their way, or the chisel plow won't be in the way. Well, it's here. It's back at the farm, so my brother can use it now. Yeah. I don't know where he's going to use it. He says he's got to play. Oh, I think he wants to use it down on the back of his pond dam there. On the back of the dam, there's a bottom down in there. It got all tore up when they were working on the pond, so I guess he wants to work that ground down. And maybe the ground on the back side of that dam too. It's kind of rough. Okay, but anyway, he said he wanted to use it, so here it is. Now he can use it. I don't know if I needed it, but I got me a wood brace there underneath it, just in case that front end wanted to pull up and the back end drop down. I think it's pretty well balanced. It was balanced out there in my pasture, so but I didn't want to take any chances, so I got it braced. Yeah, nice place to work on it, shade. I remember working on my hay rake when I was still raking hay with my little international hay rake, and I had to work on it. I always worked on it over here because there's a nice big shade tree here, and it was close to the shop, so I could use the tools. I'm gonna go pick some of my brother's apples over there. See what they taste like. Yeah, I wasn't using it, so I guess it's okay to bring it back. As long as somebody wants to use it. Yeah, it belongs here anyway, so I can't object. I just hope it stays on the farm. That's all. Being one of my brother's apples. Ooh, sour. Ooh. Still tastes okay, but it's sour. Ooh. At least compared to my apples. My apples are sweet. They're kind of small, but they taste good. Well, my job here is done. I'm going home. I'm back at home. It's after 3 p.m. I think. And eating that sour apple over at the farm, my brother's apple tree. I need something to get that sourness out of my mouth, so I'm going to eat a pear. Oh, here's my 2 pear trees. That one's a mushy pear, and that one's a less mushy. It's pretty good on pears. That one too. There's them sticker weeds I sprayed here a while back. Looks like I missed some right here on the end, and I didn't get the middle ones real good because they were too far in. So I didn't want to walk into those sticker weeds. Yeah, I should have kept it mowed. That's what I should have done. But I let it go and I got too tall. Okay, I'll probably spray them again. Got my apple. Yeah, I planted this tree at the same time I planted that big one over there above on the other side of those sticker weeds. You can see the top of it. But this one here turned out to be more yellowish. They taste good too, but the problem is they're hanging over the pond now. I can hardly reach them. Look at that one little bitty apple. So small. Yeah, they taste pretty good. The only problem this year is, last year was the same thing. All the good ones are hanging over the water. I can't reach them. I'll need some kind of a stick with a cup or something on the end of it to try to pick them, because I think most of them already fell off, so I need to get them before they fall off. Okay, there you go. Well, those apples are small, but they sure are sweet. Yeah, they kind of remind me of a yellow delicious, but sweeter. Okay, got that. They got that taste of a yellow delicious. Yeah. Okay. I guess I'm done for today. Oh, there's a nice breeze blowing in here from the west, northwest. Yeah, from that direction. Ah, feels good. It's hot when you're in the sun, but when you're in the wind and the shade, it feels a lot better. Feels good. So it ain't really that hot yet. Or hot now anyway. I hope the hot weather is over. This weather I can tolerate. You know, warm sun and cool breeze. I like it. Alright, that's all for today, I think. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Well, I thought it was done. I just wanted to get a couple of those apples to compare the taste to my other tree over there by the pond and the apples from my brother. I have no apples from the farm that my brother planted. Okay, let's grab a couple of those and taste test them. Yeah, this is my lemongrass. Five bunches. Yeah, they started out with like one stalk. Now look at them. They grew a lot during the summer. And there's my kamungai from the Philippines. Kamungai, malunggay, moringa, whatever they call it. And I got some shorter ones over here on this side. Those in the middle, the one on the end really grew tall, but the ones in the middle grew a little tall too. And they're not good. The only time they'll stop growing is when the frost comes. That's what will kill them. And I'll harvest them before the frost gets too cold. And I'll dry the leaves and use them during the winter time. Okay, I'm out here to get the apple though. Let's go get the apple. Oh boy, these are sweet. They're small, but sweet. Yeah. They taste just a little bit better than the ones by the pond. And there's a bigger tree, but they're just too small. I'll eat them though. I'll pick some and try to squeeze some juice out of them. They're too small for me to work with. I like to eat them right off the tree. And the deer like them too. So I'll just leave them for the deer. Okay. So, like I said, it tastes so good. The ones at the farm are sour. These are sweet. I grow these from seed. This tree and the other tree, and the pear back there, that's a grafted pear from the farm. I grafted it and transplanted it over here. So they got pears so high up I can't reach them. I'm going to try to trim them off this winter. Trim them down to a better size. Okay, that's it. Alright, that's all. Catch you on the next one. Bye.